So you're dealing with what we like to call a land shark, and your arms and your legs are getting bit up, and you're pretty frustrated with your pup's behaviors. You probably feel like you've tried everything and nothing's working. Am I right? Well, if that's you, give me a "that's me" in the comments. Good news though, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to share the 9 reasons why puppies bite, 10 tips to stop biting without using harsh techniques, and what to do if you feel like you've tried everything and nothing is working. Plus, we're going to talk about the importance of a good puppy schedule and how it can make a world of difference. Stick around, because I'll also point out 2 videos that will help you create a more relaxed evening routine and manage high energy behavior. And before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss more life-changing puppy training tips. All right, in order to address this aggressive puppy behavior you're experiencing, I want to go over a few key things you need to know. It is completely normal for puppies who are 6 to 7 months old to bite aggressively as they explore the world and go through teething. Now, with constant training, we can usually see quick improvements in these younger pups. However, if you have a dog that's a little older and still biting, the behavior has likely become a deeply ingrained habit. That's going to take more time and a personalized approach to change. Now, the tips I'm about to share are going to help with both younger and older dogs, but if the biting's been going on for a while, be prepared to put in a little extra time and effort to break the cycle. All right, here are the 10 reasons why puppies bite, and then I'm going to share what you can do to curb the biting behavior. Then you're going to feel more confident that you're headed in the right direction with your puppy. Understanding why puppies bite is the first step to fixing it. So let's break it down. Teething pain. Just like human babies, puppies go through teething, usually starting around 12 weeks of age, all the way through 6 months of age, and sometimes beyond that. Those little sharp adult teeth are breaking through their gums, and biting helps to relieve discomfort. Exploration. Puppies use their mouth like we use our hands. So they're exploring the world and learning what's safe and fun to chew on. And if you're moving, they're more drawn to you. This includes your hands and your feet and even flowy clothes. Overexcitement. When puppies get too excited during play, they often lose control and start biting. This is especially common during rough play. So never play the "I'm gonna get you" game. That actually encourages biting. Puppies don't know the difference between when it's okay and when it's not okay, so never play it, and you won't have to worry about confusing them. Overtired. Puppies who don't get enough sleep become overtired, which leads to crankiness, and you guessed it, biting. So remember, I am gonna cover all the ways to fix all the biting, but I really want you to hear what's causing the biting so you can understand how to fix it. So next up, hunger and thirst. So a hungry or a thirsty puppy can get frustrated and use biting as a way to communicate their needs. Remember, they can't verbally tell us what they want, but through body language and behavior, we can start to pick up on their patterns and get ahead of the problems. Pro tip here, you're gonna get what you reinforce. So if your pup is biting and you engage with them or respond to that behavior, they know the biting worked, and they're gonna repeat it the next time they need something. So think of it like this. If your pup is biting to get you to play with them or get you to take them out, and you respond by engaging, you just told them you like this biting. And it's a great way to communicate with you. And if you don't want that to happen, you're gonna need to put a plan in place to teach them a better way to communicate with you. Now, if you haven't checked out our online puppy training program yet, take a look at it after watching this video, because it's chock full of valuable lessons on how to teach your puppy alternate skills that fit better into your human world. Okay, next on the list of reasons why puppies bite, boredom. If your puppy isn't mentally stimulated, they're gonna find their own way to entertain themselves, and biting is often their go-to. But they also like to bite when they have an excessive amount of energy too. So excess energy is on the list next. Puppies need an outlet for all that energy, and if they don't get enough exercise, both mental and physical, or playtime, biting can become a way to burn off steam. Your puppy also bites when they're stressed or anxious. Changes in the environment, like meeting new people or being in an unfamiliar place, can also cause stress, leading to increased biting. Now, you might see more biting when you take your pup outside for a potty break. They might bite at you or the leash because they have big feelings about what's going on around them. On a side note, if you need help with puppy potty training, I've got a great free resource for you. It's called the New Puppy Starter Kit. Now, you can grab it from the link in the description below this video. Now, I briefly mentioned that the next reason why puppies bite a moment ago is attention seeking. So I just want you to know, sometimes puppies bite because they know it gets a reaction from you, even if it's not a positive one. So if you've ever yelped or you've said, "no bite," and then your pup bit again, it's because telling them no doesn't help them understand what to do instead. And pulling your hand away really quickly actually encourages them to bite because they're drawn to movement. All right, now that we've covered the reasons behind the puppy biting, let's move on to the solutions. So here are my top tips to stop puppy biting without any harsh techniques. These actually are some of my favorite tips to stop biting in a way that builds trust and teaches your puppy good habit. Remember, we don't hit our dogs or use aversive techniques to stop biting because these methods can actually damage trust and create fear and make the behavior worse. So instead of teaching your puppy what to do, punishment actually confuses them. And then that can lead to aggression or anxiety. Positive, consistent training not only stops unwanted behaviors like biting, but it also builds a strong, trusting bond with your dog. So here's how we're gonna do this. Number 1, provide chew-safe toys. Puppies need appropriate outlets for all their chewing. Offer toys like frozen Kongs, teething rings, or softer chews like bully sticks to soothe the gums multiple times throughout the day. If your pup's urge to chew and bite is fulfilled in a positive way, you're gonna see less biting on you and your personal items. Next up, number 2, redirection. When your puppy bites you, stay calm and redirect them to a toy. You will need to make the toy more exciting than you. What makes a toy more exciting? Scent and movement. If you put a toy in a dog food bag overnight, it instantly becomes more exciting than it was before. And when you give it to your pup, don't just put it down in front of them, add excitement to it. Move it around, wiggle it, tap it on the floor, toss it away from your pup to go get it. Yes, you're gonna redirect lots of times, but if you follow the methods and techniques I'm teaching you here consistently, you'll start to teach your puppy alternatives to biting. And this is gonna make both of you much happier. Next up, number 3, set up a calm environment. So I want you to create a puppy-proof space where they can play without getting overstimulated. Now, this might be a gated-off area, a playpen filled with safe toys. Dogs bite more intensely the more overstimulated they are. Pro tip here, if you're trying to redirect to a toy with a squeaker and your dog's going nuts over it and their biting is escalating, the toy's too much for them to handle right now. It's over-aroused them. And an overexcited dog has a very hard time settling down. So, make the environment match the behavior you want to see from your dog. Tone down the lights, close the curtains, turn on the calming puppy music, and give your pup a calming activity to enjoy, such as licking or chewing in their puppy pen. Number 4, stick to a schedule. Puppies thrive on routine. A consistent daily schedule is going to help them know what to expect, which reduces frustration and biting. So this includes making sure the pup gets the right amount of sleep, based on their age. Now, for more information on planning the perfect schedule, grab the free resource called the Puppy Schedule Planner. I'm going to put that in the description below this video for you. It's going to cover the appropriate amount of sleep that your pup needs based on their age. There's also a sample schedule in there for an 8-week-old puppy too. Number 5, reward gentle behavior. So I want you to use positive reinforcement to reward your puppy when they're playing calmly or chewing on the right things. So a simple yes and a treat are gonna go a long way. Just mark and reward all the behaviors you wanna see more of. We often get into the habit of telling our dogs what we don't want them to do, but if we spent more time teaching them what we do want them to do, that would become their default behavior. All right, number 6, monitor wake windows. Young puppies can only stay awake for about an hour to maybe 2 before they need a nap. So watch for signs of tiredness and give them regular naps to avoid overtired meltdowns. If you've ever said, "Oh, my puppy needs a timeout," what you really mean is your puppy needs a nap. A full-blown nap in their crate can actually help your pup settle down and start fresh in an hour or 2. If you're really struggling with crate training at nap time, this video is going to give you some good pointers. Watch it later. I'll put the link below with the timestamp where I just mentioned it so you can refer back to that later. I know this is a lot of information, but I want to arm you with everything I've got to get you the most help and get you to a place of peace and harmony with your puppy. Number 7, avoid rough play. Now, while rough play might seem fun, it often escalates into biting. So stick to gentler games like fetch or tug with clear rules. I mentioned earlier we don't play the I'm gonna get you game, so instead use a flirt pole as a way to give your dog the chasing, biting opportunity they need to fulfill. All right, I have 2 more tips before we cover the what to do if nothing's working, so hang with me. Number 8, teach bump it, not bite it. So inside our puppy training program, we have tons of games to teach puppies all the skills they need to learn for the first year of their life, and one of those is the Bump It game. Essentially, you're just teaching your puppy target cue or a hand touch cue. And once they understand they can use their nose to boop your hand, they're gonna be less likely to bite it. That's what I mean when I say teach alternative behaviors. Number 9, nap time for overexcitement. If your puppy gets too worked up, give them a nap in their crate or playpen to calm them down. Remember, this isn't punishment, it's a reset. Naps are essential for the health and well-being of your dog. And if they don't get the recommended amount of sleep or rest, they're gonna become cranky and hard to handle, and you will be the main target. Number 10, mental enrichment. So I want you to keep your puppy's brain busy with puzzle toys, snuffle mats, or hide and seek games. A mentally stimulated puppy is far less likely to bite. Did you know that mental exercise is much more effective than physical exercise when it comes to tiring out a puppy? That's because mental challenges like solving puzzle toys or learning new skills and tricks actually require focus and problem-solving skills, which are far more exhausting for a puppy's brain than running and playing. And after just a short session of mental enrichment, you're gonna see your puppy settle more quickly and stay calmer for longer. All right, now here's what to do when nothing is working. I know some of you are thinking, yeah, I've tried everything and my puppy's still biting. Well, let's troubleshoot this a minute here. Number 1, check that schedule. Remember, puppies need 18 to 20 hours of sleep per day, and their wake windows shouldn't be longer than 1 to 2 hours. An overtired puppy is a cranky, bitey puppy. All right, number 2, reduce that overstimulation. If your home is loud or chaotic, it can get overwhelming for your puppy. And again, this is going to lead to more biting. So turn off the TV, limit visitors, and create a calm play area. Number 3, stay consistent. Make sure everybody in the household is responding to the biting the same way. Mixed messages confuse your puppy, and it slows down progress. Number 4, identify stress triggers. So changes like moving furniture, new visitors, or unfamiliar sounds can stress out your puppy. Pay attention to what might be triggering their biting and then adjust the environment accordingly. Number 5, get professional help. If nothing seems to be working, it's time to consider some help, like the kind found in our Ultimate Behavior Buster course inside our puppy training program. We actually break down solving unwanted behaviors into 4 parts, and we go through what to do to prevent biting, manage biting in the moment that it's happening, enrichment that your pup needs to decrease biting, and the training your pup needs to teach new skills. Keep in mind the importance of that puppy schedule. I can't stress it enough. One of the most powerful tools for reducing biting is a consistent schedule. Puppies thrive on routine because it helps them feel secure. So here's what a good schedule might look like. Sleep. Puppies need 18 to 20 hours of sleep. Make sure they're getting plenty of naps to avoid overtiredness. Wake windows, again, keep puppy times between 1 to 2 hours depending on their age. Structured activities, I want you to incorporate short bursts of physical exercise, mental enrichment, and training sessions throughout the day. And for more details on creating that perfect puppy schedule, watch our video, Best Puppy Schedule for a More Relaxed Evening. I'll link it below. I have an extra resource for you for high energy puppies in case you feel like you just can't drain your little land shark's energy enough. And if your puppy's still bouncing off the walls and biting despite your best efforts, then check out this video, High Energy Dog Care and Training Tips. It's really packed with a bunch of different ideas to keep your puppy engaged and happy. All right, here's your call to action. If this video helped you, please hit that like button, share it with another puppy parent who might also be struggling. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more training tips every week. I have a question for you. Which of the tips here are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. And remember, consistency is key. You've got this.